Alright, and welcome back to Tales of... Oh, hey, it's the fake, Chosen group again. So, you know, they're doing stuff.
Thought they would have been outed by now.
Not quite... That takes a long time for them to get outed. Like, it takes an incredibly long amount of time for them to get outed, but we'll wait for that until that actually happens. So yeah, it's just us two at the moment mainly, because no offense to James, but he doesn't really like JRPGs, so...
Yeah.
I mean, with the 2 lines of dialogue he typically gives, we figured he'd understand, honestly. As I said, no offense to him, it will definitely have him in other things that he'd be more interested in, but...
Yeah, they try to light, and others, he's on, but I guess... Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather not put him through the torture of, sitting through all this, because there's a lot of this.
There's a lot of this, and it's like, I know that John at least has an interest in this, so it's like, yeah, we'll just make it a little bit easier. And I'm not quite sure why I left this enemy fight in. I probably was going through my word file for all enemies listed, and I probably missed that I had these taken care of, so...
Well, did we fight a harpy yet?
Yeah, we fought a harpy already.
Oh, okay.
It's been a while, but we have. What is strength? Oh, I was expecting them to try to go the deep route. They're still trying to go the deep route, but at the same time, it's the deep route that actually makes a bit of sense.
Yeah.
So, I can at least appreciate that. So yeah,
I don't know. I think it should be the opposite way, because I don't know. I've been fighting with wooden swords this whole time.
Yeah.
These guys tell me how much I don't know.
It's like, man, I've been able to kill people with these wooden swords. What are you talking about? I don't think I've ever used the training manual. Oh, hey, we're going to do our first... I'm pretty sure this one has... You can hear it, right? So this one has voice acting?
Yeah.
Alright. That's what I thought. So yeah, we're doing the summoning out of order just because it's like, well, we're already here, so may as well go here first. So yeah, it's just... I don't remember... Oh yeah, we needed to get the summoned spirits so as to get the unicorn, didn't we? That's right. I almost forgot. So...
yeah.
They're typically... Later on, the summoned spirits aren't too bad. If I remember correctly, this one gives me a little bit of a problem, mainly because... We'll find out in a second. And it typically doesn't take this long to summon them, like... Unless, if I'm remembering correctly, this, obviously, since it's the first time, they have to show it off.
Other times it probably just auto-initiates the battle.
No, you still have to have a dialogue cutscene, but... Then again, I was gonna say, you probably didn't know that they have to talk between each other and be like, oh, we have to make a pact, blah, blah, blah. You have to break the pact, and then, oh, we have a pact with Mythos. Every time it's Mythos, maybe something to do with the story.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Maybe he's a main character whose name isn't actually Mythos. Spoiler alerts. I'm not gonna give any more than that, but yeah. I can't remember if yeah, I have at this point. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say I couldn't remember if I started handbraking stuff at the moment.
Yeah.
So. Well, that's true. You don't know where. However, Kratos seems to have an unusual amount of knowledge about summon spirits.
Yeah.
So I mean.
That is correct.
Yep. Oh. Request annulment of the previous pact. So it's, and I mean, I know Rain. I'm pretty sure Rain points this out herself because it's like, huh, you know a lot about summon spirits. Holy, holy, holy.
Yeah, he's usually quiet until something heavily plot related comes up.
Yeah, almost like he has a lot of knowledge about the world or something. Which, I mean, he's a mercenary, so it does make enough sense. He's heard things. I was at that bar, that seedy bar that one time.
No.
Yeah. Nah. I was gonna say, there actually is a summon spirit that does say no later on.
Because the adventure just ends there. Just, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not feeling it today.
Not feeling it,
Another
so
morning.
we're out. And yeah, since you have to fight 3 at once, and they're all... I mean, they're not terribly high in health since they're bosses. Or since there's 3 of them, but there's still 3 bosses coming at you at once, so... You know. Still annoying enough. And at this point, I guess I was using Sheena, because for the rest of the summon spirit fights, you'll typically see, please put Sheena in your party. And it's like, yeah, I stopped using Sheena eventually.
Yeah.
Not that that's a not that she's a bad character, but you know. Sorry, I know it's early for me. And I'm sure it's fairly early for John too. So.
Yeah, it's like 10 something for me, I think.
Yeah, so it's a little bit off of our usual recording time. But we've... What? I was going to say something.
I guess we just had the spared.
Yeah, that is true, so figured may as well do a couple episodes. John's down for the moment, like, relaxing, not, you know, permanently down, so... It'd be bad if he was permanently down. That'd be really bad if he was permanently down. But I think, yeah, I don't know.
Does the one with the shield ever attack, or do they just walk around with a tower shield?
I think it does attack. It's been a while, though, so I can't... We'll have to find out here in a second. Oh, yeah.
They use magic.
Yeah. Wind spirit, so they're using magic. It's not a bad idea to fight these ones, though, as... I think, yeah, obviously, as you can see, I'm getting my butt kicked a little bit. Not too badly, but enough. So they do give, actually, a decent amount of experience for this game, and then they drop 3 items that are actually pretty decent. Because, basically, they drop stat boost items, so...
Yeah.
And stat boost items are fairly rare, if I'm remembering correctly. Like, it can be hard to find them, so... Not a bad thing. I do wish I had waited to get them, though, because there's an item called Ruin Bottle that can power them up. Instead of giving +1, it gives +3. So, it's typically better to get as many Ruin Bottles and then do that. Oh! I didn't even notice that 2 of our people had died. That's not good.
Oh, wow.
Now there's just
We're pretty close to death.
Yeah. I was gonna say our healer is close to death. Which,
wow, there.
as I said, we're doing this technically a little bit out of order. Undine was supposed to be first, so... It's just these guys were on the way, and it's like, well, you know, I've leveled...
Yeah, you may as well.
Yeah, I've leveled enough, so... They shouldn't be too much of a problem, and, I mean, they weren't too much of a problem. They were annoying enough where it obviously happened to her, but... You know, the fact that we've now got only 1 left does... And hopefully Sheena doesn't die. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say... Sheena should be pretty close. There we go. Oh, I don't even know if there's any witty dialogue they're saying at the moment. Yeah, see, at this point of the game, that's decent experience. Later on, that's... Let's see, I'm almost level 16. I think it takes about 9,000 experience to level up, so... Yeah. Not so great experience later on. You can technically do this much later, and I know that it powers them up. I don't know if it gives them different experience, though. So, that'd be something I'd want to check. And hey, Sheena now has a pact. Congratulations.
So did she take the next pack when you fight Undine?
Yeah.
She get more than 1 pack?
Yep.
Wow, it's sort of like the Dragonborn in Skyrim. They sell your soul to like 8 different people.
Yeah, I mean,
Because when you get to Sovngarde, he's like, "Hey, how do I know you're legit?" And you say, "Oh well, I'm a servant of Sithis. Um, whatever her name, Nocturnal. I'm a companion. I'm this. You're all these different things. So I don't know what happens to you when you die, because you go to so many different places depending on who you worship or whatever. So, like, because that was an entire plot line. Was, hey, I don't want to be a werewolf and spend the rest of my life in the hunting grounds with Kirstein. I want to go to Sovngarde with the Nords. So free me from that. But I don't know. It's confusing.
Yeah.
I don't know where the Dragonborn goes. Someone can probably explain it to me on the Elder Scrolls Lore subreddit.
That's probably true, yeah. And here we have Lloyd being impressed by old-timey words. And Sheena has obviously developed a crush for him now. Because that anime trope.
She's like 20 years older than him, isn't she?
No, she's not too much older, actually. 3 years?
I guess it's her voice actor. Voice actor makes her sound like she's in her like late 20s, early 20s, somewhere around there.
I'm gonna double check real quickly because I want to say it's 20. Let's see, 19. So.
Yes, it is only about 3 years.
Yeah, I think only 2 years.
Oh, because he's 17?
I think so. That's what I'm double checking right now. So I was gonna say, I don't. He might be 16. I'm trying to figure out. Ah, yeah, he's 17. 19 and Dawn of the New World, which is the game that takes place 2 years later, but took 8 years to come out. Mainly because it's one of those games that they never intended to have a sequel, but Tales of Symphonia sold well enough, so they just made a sequel.
Well, that was Madoka Magica's case, or the anime. It ended kinda alright, but then they didn't expect it to sell well, so they told the guy, hey, we're gonna make a movie out of it. And he's like, we don't need to do that. He said, no, we're gonna do it. He's like, okay. So they make the film, he drafts what he thinks is gonna be the best ending, and they say, no. It needs to be an ending so that we can make more movies from it, and he ends up having to make really terrible plot decisions in order to make it so that they can make more.
Oh gosh,
you ruin a franchise that he said should have ended because they want to make more films out of it.
I was gonna say that's not good at all. Huh.
Yeah, he had it. It was nicely. He said it was nicely tied up. Everything it was gonna end it for sure, but they said no, we want more films, so leave it ambiguous at the end.
Huh. Man, that's a thing, I guess. Not much else to say about that.
Unfortunately, yeah, I guess it sells merchandise and more films. People didn't even like that film, I'm guessing, because of the decisions he had to make.
I would guess so, but sometimes anime fans really like interesting decisions would be a good way to put it. So.
I think the overwhelming opinion is no one liked it.
Okay.
You can't blame the writer because the writer was forced to rewrite what he thinks would have been a better copy.
Right, because it's kind of like how I don't think Akira Toriyama didn't originally start writing Dragon Ball GT, right?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm pretty sure he didn't, and then he saw what they were doing. He's like, all right, I'm at least going to try to save this mess of a story that you're making here. Let me come in and at least work on it. And here I am going. Well, I mean, technically I'm going the right way. It's just not the right way. On the bright side, Noise is faster, so.
Yeah.
The main problem with Noise is that you can't see items or cutscenes, but I eventually just stopped caring about that later on. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, you just want to get where you need to go to.
Yeah. No. Okay. Good. I was gonna say, don't go in. Yeah. You had to go scan. Man, this is a little bit late to be talking about the whole X-Fierce thing.
Yeah. It really is. Were you supposed to be here earlier?
I don't think so. The skits also pop up at random, so not every playthrough of Tales of Symphonia is going to be the exact same. They're fairly similar, but you know, not entirely similar.
Oh, have you been going for the title for naming all the dogs?
I mean, I'm at least trying to do it. I'm sure I've missed some, but I mean, it's at least a cute little thing that I can attempt.
Yeah.
Because like, there's some villages that eventually get straight up destroyed, and you can't go back to them, so the dogs aren't there anymore.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And now we're back at the water temple, going to go find Undyne. On the bright side, we don't have to solve the puzzle a second time, so it shouldn't take us nearly as long as the first time.
Oh, is this the one puzzle that we spent a long time on?
Yeah, get ready for that later, too. Sometimes I do really well with the puzzles, sometimes I don't do well with the puzzles, honestly. And sometimes I just get fed up and go, I'll just look it up. I typically feel like I cheat, though, if I do that.
Yeah, because whenever I play older stuff, I want to immerse myself in what somebody would be like if they're playing it at that time, which means they didn't have game guides or something to just on the fly look up. They had to figure it out themselves, but sometimes I lose it and I gotta figure out what I need to do.
Exactly. It's just like, this puzzle, I could figure it out, but I don't want to figure it out, so I'm just not going to.
Like, I missed one piece of loot in Thief that I need to complete it. I don't know where it is, and I have to look it up. And I say, oh, there's a gold plate on the 3rd floor on this table next to this. And I say, oh, that's all I needed to know.
Right. So it's just like that one little piece of key information that you didn't know about.
Yeah. And it wasn't like I could spend the whole time running around looking for it, because I'm trying not to... I don't like to knock out everybody in the house and then go loot everything. I like to slip through without ever having to touch anybody to take stuff.
Right. And I don't know why I'm exploring again. We've already been here. Packed. I do remember that, because that is one of the cuter... That is one of the cuter scenes, honestly.
It was out of nowhere for me.
It was what? Oh, it came out of nowhere.
It was out of nowhere, yeah.
So I was gonna say, I knew that was coming. You have to remember, I'm playing without volume at the moment, so I knew that was coming. Or listening, not playing. Oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe each time a summoned spirit happened...
Hopefully they do.
I think the first 3 do, mainly due to the fact that technically you could do them in any order, so they had to, you know.
Yeah.
I am one who is bound to mythos. Wooga 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 wooga.
Maybe it really is the hero mythos.
Undini, I am Sheena. I asked about a Nullsty pact.
Nah, I don't want a Nullsty pact. Can't make me. Peace. No unicorn for you.
Before I can allow the formation of a new pact, I must test your worthiness as a pact maker.
I'm familiar with this voice actress. I forget her name, but I know her.
Undyne's? I was gonna say, I could
Yeah.
look her up, but then we talk about everything she's been in, so...
Yeah.
We don't need another one of those. Not gonna lie.
I just know a couple that she's from, but I know of her. Jennifer Hale's and everything, though. She's Sheena.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. She's in everything. Like, I don't know, you'll hear her voice in something.
I was gonna say, it does sound familiar. Oh, here's one of those special attacks that you can get combining them together, by the way. And
She's barely doing anything. Just all 3 of you are just punching her.
Yeah, but she does do a fair amount of damage. Colette was almost dead there for a minute. Also, I think I obviously forgot to heal fully before going in due to the fact how low Colette is on TP. I honestly should have used Genus for this battle, but I brought Colette in. Typically, I'll either switch out whenever. Typically, I'll switch between Colette and Sheena.
Yeah.
I like Colette a little bit more, mainly just because Sheena's summoning ability is kind of awkward. So I don't know if you've seen it, but she has she has to hit over limit, which she might do in a second. No, not gonna summon. Oh, she doesn't have enough TP, so she can't. She has to hit over limit, and basically there's a couple different requisitions for that, so it's really kind of awkward to summon.
So she can't just like snap her fingers and summon.
It'd be nice, otherwise I'd have her in there all the time if she could. Although it is pretty expensive to summon. I think it's 100 TP.
Wow, she got barely any to begin with.
Yeah. Summoning is for more later on in the game, honestly. Rain, what are you doing? Get out of here. You're not supposed to be in the front lines. Get back there and heal. And this should finish her off. Okay, I think I did technically do the combo again, but it doesn't. If you kill her, you don't get to do over damage, so. Yeah, so she wasn't nearly as hard as the other one, which I think we were 700 experience less, so that makes sense, because, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I vowed to, so.
That's such a vague vow, though.
Yeah, it is. That I mean, I can't break it now. Ha ha ha. You guys are my slaves forever.
It's like wishing with a genie. That's such a vague statement. There's people that are suffering. I vow to save them. Well, that could be anything. It's sort of like saying, I wish I was rich. Well, wish to stop them from giving you counterfeit money or, I don't know, robbing a bank or something. It's so vague because what is saved and how many people do you need to save for the vow to be?
Right. I mean, as long as nobody breaks the pact, I think technically you get to hold on to that summon spirit until somebody breaks that pact. So, you know.
I wonder how you break it, though.
Well, we just broke it with Mythos, remember? Basically, you have to not be doing what you originally were saying you'd do, and then somebody has to come along and be like, hey, I'm going to form a new pact with you. Okay, form a new pact with me. Or if, yeah.
Well, then, I wonder what will qualify as not saving the people that are suffering.
I mean, I guess technically, as long that person had a stubbed toe, I put a bandage on it, and there you go. He was suffering. That counts, right?
Or if you don't get to a village in time or something.
Yeah. Yes, you do, Rain. Yes, you do. Oh. And now we're going back to the unicorn, which we get more sadness. Oh, and here we have Lloyd bored with Sheena already, because it's like, you know how he's seen one dungeon, he's seen a million? Yeah.
He was excited and now he's bored.
Yeah, it's like, whatever. I guess it's cool. I've seen it before.
The second time now, I've gotten used to it.
Yeah. So, this isn't exactly going to be appropriate, but I wonder, once he gets married to Colette, how the second time will be. Yeah. Was it good for you? It was good for me. Oh, man. That was not exactly great. On the bright side, I did at least say he got married to her first, so...
Yeah, as you say, it wasn't completely out there. You mentioned in the future if they were married.
In Dawn of the New World, they definitely are dating, so it definitely hints that they get married later on, so... There's a heavy chance. Okay, stop fighting enemies. Go on. Go to the unicorn. Go to the unicorn. That's the one bad thing about watching this. Watching me fight all the enemies isn't great, but at the same time, I need to fight all the enemies. That way I can get enough experience. Because if you go through the game without enough experience, it can be fairly hard. It's doable, but hard.
Yeah. Oh, because you need the unicorn's blood.
Horn.
Oh, it used to be the. I'm thinking of Eternal Life.
Yeah,
Unicorn's blood and Harry Potter.
You're
is
thinking
Eternal
of
Life.
Harry Potter.
Even then, it's debilitating. Like you have to drink it for life after you drink it for the first time.
So if you just cut, I wonder if you just cut a little vein in the unicorn. It's like, here, little unicorn, just need a little bit of your blood for life. It's okay.
You got to get like several IVs of it, so you can
Yeah.
constantly drink it.
Then you gotta pump somebody else's blood back in there so that unicorn doesn't die.
You gotta somehow do a unicorn blood transfusion.
Exactly. All right, unicorns. I'm Voldemort. I know it's a sin that if I kill you. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna blood transfusion your blood to me. Perfect. Problem solved. It'll go directly into my mouth.
Wonder if you mix it with anything, or if that cancels it. Because I imagine just from what it looked like in Harry Potter, it did not look appetizing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's meant to be appetizing since it's supposed to be kind of like cannibalism, I guess.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like an affront to maybe not humanity, but it's inhumane, really. It's sort of like how you view cannibalism because you're taking something as beautiful as a unicorn and drinking its blood.
Right, yeah. The last unicorn. Yeah, but what if we don't want to go to the unicorn? Fishy! That is a very cardboard fish, by the way.
Yeah. What is this is the unicorn their deity?
No.
Or the unicorn spoke.
Yeah. Huh. The unicorn thinks Colette is Martell. I wonder if that will happen to have something to do with the plot later. By the way, that totally has something to do with the plot later.
Thing is, I can't draw any conclusions from that, so I have no idea.
No, you can't really. It's just like they're giving you enough hints, and I'm not giving any hints, honestly. So it partially explains later on, and then I think it fully explains even further on exactly what's going on, if I remember correctly. So, like by episode 20, we'll know. So we're not too far away. So say we got the unicorn horn, which means we can heal. What's that one dude that had the poisoning sickness? Who had better get up or get down with the sickness?
So is that? It's no longer a unicorn; it's just a horse.
Well, well, you'll find
Unless
out.
it can grow its horn back, it's just a horse.
Nope. Guess what happens now to the unicorn?
What is it? I'm not assuming it dies. It just becomes one with the void.
I mean, if I remember correctly, hold on a second.
It's talking about destiny and.
So I think what it's saying is apparently unicorns are phoenixes in this world.
Yeah, I was about to say that it dies when its horn goes to something, but it's gonna be born when the horn gets used.
Right. So it's like it's either saying, "Oh, my horn is more important and I get to save people," or "Nah, I'm a phoenix. Flappity flap flap."
You better use that horn pretty well. I'm gonna die now.
Yeah. Bye.
Oops, I dropped it.
It broke. Can I get another?
They used it. They went, "Why is it not working?" Guys, it's made of paper mache. We've been duped.
It was a horse all along. Yeah, but I died and a new unicorn was born. So okay.
Are you serious? Could they not animate a phoenix or something and just get phoenix tears?
I mean,
Because Phoenix
yeah.
Tears is what heals in Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
And the Phoenix is what dies and gets reborn and is a symbol of life. And, like, why could it not be a Phoenix?
We're just gonna go with Japan is bad about choosing stuff. That's
But I
why.
think they just kind of threw the unicorn in because they already had a water-themed summon, and, like, how do we tie something in that heals? Just make it a unicorn.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't know. Maybe do unicorns? Hold on. Do unicorns? I mean, I suppose technically I should rephrase it. Hold on. Reborn when their horns. Man, I'm just phrasing this great. What would happen if a unicorn's... Nope, that is for Sugar Cube Corn. That's for My Little Pony. Probably not quite... Not quite what I need.
The title of Grand Healer.
Let's see. Reborn? No? How about rebirth? As far as I see on this Wikipedia article, nothing about resurrecting, rebirth, or reborn. So.
I'm just gonna go with they couldn't animate a Phoenix, or they already had a water theme, so they figured just put a unicorn in there.
That one makes sense because I don't think we've seen it yet. Actually, I was thinking Pokemon, where we'd already seen Hello, but yeah, just gave a spoiler alert. There is technically one later. I was not trying to spoiler it there. I was just getting. Apparently, I got Pokemon in my Tales of Symphonia, so. Which actually, that's really weird now that I think about it, because Dawn of the New World pretty much has a Pokemon mechanic.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, with capturing and
yeah,
reusing monsters, I guess.
Yep. I mean, you can still use your party members, but.
Ooh. Hang on.
That's fine. All right, Cat.
I don't know how it is though.
And now Colette is sad because the unicorn. Oh, no, to become an angel. Never mind. Oh, I hate those. Telemarketer?
Hello.
No, it's something else.
Alright, that's
it's
fair.
not a telemarketer, but I don't need to take it.
That's fair. I was going to say we could definitely wait for the next episode if you want. But anyways, thanks for that phone call. I mean, not to you, but I was trying to make it a funny ending. I didn't make a funny ending. Thanks for watching, guys, and God bless.